Now, to practice certain things, we will create next holes in this solid. We will create holes in such a way that the centers of the new holes lie in the centers of the existing holes. We will do this by creating another sketch on this face. Select this face and select the sketch creation command. Now, just like in the previous case, we will use reference geometry. As for this command, it is really very useful and practical. When creating a 3D model in stages, we will almost always use this command. This command greatly facilitates the creation of a 3D model in stages, so when we already have a part of the solid and we are creating another part of the solid, by using the Create External Geometry command, we can simplify and speed up the process considerably. We select the command and create reference geometry based on the edges of these holes. That is, I simply click on the edges of these holes. I right-click to cancel this command. Now we will create circles in such a way that the centers of the circles coincide with the centers of these holes. So we select the circle drawing command, hover over this point, click the left mouse button, and for the diameter of the circle, enter 15 millimeters. And here something happened, that during the circle drawing I entered a diameter of 15 millimeters. This hole has a diameter of 10 millimeters. Somehow, a constraint was applied that defined that the circle I am drawing is equal to the circle that was created through reference geometry. I don't know why this happened. We will return to this shortly. I will try to create another circle in a similar way. I click here to define the circle's center, and I move the cursor a little further outside this hole and enter 15 millimeters. And exactly the same thing happened. As for these circles, I will try to do it in such a way that I click in this place and don't enter a dimension while drawing, but I will draw two circles whose centers will lie at the midpoints of these holes, and I will not specify the diameters of these circles. I right-click to cancel the circle drawing command. And now, as for these two circles, constraints have been added here. Here, as you can see, we have the constraint symbol in this place and in this place. These are equality constraints. After clicking on these constraints, they are highlighted, and these constraints are also on the constraints list. If you accidentally create some geometry, and this geometry is automatically constrained to another geometry, you don't need to delete that geometry. You can simply delete the constraint. To remove a constraint, we select it in the workspace, or select it from the constraints list, and press the delete key. The constraint has been removed, and now I can freely change the diameter of the circle. We do the same thing here. I select the constraint, press delete, and the constraint has been removed. So, as you can see, even if something went wrong as we wanted, it's not a problem. We can easily fix it. Now I select this circle, press the D key to activate dimensioning, and for the diameter of the circle, I enter 15 millimeters. Then I select all the circles. And here, as you can see, I had the dimensioning command active, and the sketch changed color to orange. This means that if I added this dimension, the sketch would be over-constrained because I clicked on this circle, and this circle was already dimensioned. FreeCAD understood that I want to add another dimension to this circle, but this circle is already fully dimensioned, so we cannot add another dimension, as it would lead to the addition of another unnecessary constraint. Therefore, I click Escape to cancel this dimensioning and right-click to cancel the dimensioning command. Now I select all the circles, just clicking the left mouse button on these circles, and I choose the equality constraint. All circles are equal to each other, and the centers of the circles lie in the centers of the holes. We close the sketch, and based on this sketch, we will create holes in this solid to a depth of 5 millimeters. We will do this using the pocket operation. We select the pocket operation, and here we specify the depth of the hole. We leave it at 5 millimeters and click OK. In this way, we created holes in this solid. By the way, I will show you the chamfer operation. With the Control key, we select the edges of these holes and choose the chamfer operation. Here, we define the chamfer dimension. At this moment, we have the chamfer type set to equal distance, which means we will have the same dimension in both directions. So in this case, we create a chamfer of 1 by 45 degrees and click OK.